Do you believe that the study of the Akashic field and the Akashic records, an extension, will be a bridge between science and spirituality, possibly?
Well, bridge, yes. I don't like the analogy so much of the bridge. It says there are two separate things which you
Okay.
can
Yeah.
join together. I think the two things are not separate.
Hmm.
There is an aspect, I would say, of the cosmos which appears as matter, as physical, material things. Another aspect appears as a thought, as a cloud, as an image. You know. Well, over 100 years ago, James Jones, a famous astronomer of the time, said that after his studying, on the base of his study of the universe, he would say that the universe is more like a big thought than like a big rock. You know. So that was already the basis of what appeared 100, 150 years ago. Now we know in the quantum sciences, yes, the universe is something that is generated out of a multitude of data at any given point, at all given points. It's generated, regenerated, reconstituted on the basis of data. And what they perceive is our assembly of that data into a coherent whole that we can recognize, that we can work with. You know. So that is that recognition that is a reduction of the complexity to a simplicity, but it's a survival necessity. We live in a three-dimensional universe, even if the universe is 12-dimensional, as Einstein supposed, but the living universe that is our background for our activities, for our survival, is a three-dimensional universe. Now, we can add the fourth dimension relatively easily through mathematics. We can add higher dimensions as well, but we're progressively removing it from our everyday world, removing it from the sphere in which we can live and survive.
The idea and what quantum physics has taught us, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that we are energy and our atoms and photons and electrons and all that are just gathered together to form a rock, a table, yourself, myself, and that's the basis of concepts. But my question to you is, what is the organizing energy that makes this atom a rock and this atom Dr. Erwin Laszlo?
I call it the evolutionary impetus.
Mm.
You can call it a trend or a motivation or whatever. It's a kind of a law, a universal law of development. Why things evolve rather than just staying heaps of like similar or different dissimilar things. Why do they generate things that have a coherence? This whole universe is moving from the Big Bang, which was a state of total chaos as far as we know, and it's moving toward creating quanta, creating atoms, creating molecules, creating crystals and cells and organisms and superorganisms and galaxies and so on. It's moving toward coherence and organization. And the law that moves it, prompts it, is as basic and more basic than any other laws of nature. It's an evolutionary impetus. Not to mix it up with other laws, I call it in my books, I call it an attractor, attractors in the system scientists. I used to describe what takes place, how a system behaves over time, how it evolves, what forms it takes. So this is an attractor in the universe, an attractor toward wholeness. That's an attraction toward wholeness, a tropism. That's why I call it the holotropic attractor. And I think it's more basic than any other laws, because this law originates not on the surface, not on the explicate order. It originates, as David Bohm already suspected, in the implicate order. It's the basis of the universe, from which the universe arises and which constantly governs the evolution of the universe. Very far out concept as it seems, but I still have to go back to what we said before. It's still, I think, it's the simplest possible scheme by which we can account these enormously astonishing facts that are coming to light.
To watch the full video, click on the link below, and don't forget to subscribe.